I'm ddreexx. I'm going to be playing this game called Puggsy tonight. Most people haven't heard of it. I think it's a pretty neat game. Just a few things I'll talk about really quick before I get started here. This game has a really neat, fully fleshed out physics engine that was pretty groundbreaking for the time. Came out in '93. It was released by Traveler's Tales and published by Psygnosis, who also did Liz and Wiz. There are some Liz and Wiz homages throughout the run. If you spot them, cool. I don't know if I'll be able to call them out or not. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to get right into it. This is not a glitch heavy run or anything like that. And it's just pure skill that you're going to see. And Puggsy doesn't go too fast, but I'm going to try to make him go as fast as I can. So, alright. I am going to start right about now. Alright, so yeah, first level you just move left to right. You can use the shell here to do a super bounce, which is pretty cool for getting around. Helps you move a little bit faster. You'll see that quite often throughout the run. It's one of the biggest things that we found in this run so far. Here, I've got to use this gun to get through these crabs. But more importantly, I've got to use it to get up this hill over here. Without the gun, you can't get up there. So, that's that. And again, we've got to use an object to get up here. Instead of stacking the barrels like the game wants you to, I just use a super bounce here. Again, get up here. And out the level. Objects hit the switch there, opens the door, gets you out of there. This level's pretty straightforward again, left to right movement. There's a secret exit on this, and actually, the only other runner of this game is Author Blues, and he uses a slightly different route than I do. He takes a secret exit to get sneakers early, which makes Puggsy move twice as fast. But I've opted for a different route, so they roughly come out to be about the same. Alright, here, I just need this beak. Place the beak on the statue here. It opens this up. Now we're going to see our first boss, Polypirate. Pretty straightforward. You just press your use button on this fish that spawns in the middle of the boat here, and it throws the fish at Polypirate, depending on which way the boat is moving. Pretty straightforward. You always miss a cycle there. So this level, another utilization of the super bounce. Probably the hardest super bounce in the game. But I got it first try, no big deal. This level is one of the first levels where you have to kind of balance using two different objects here. So we need a key and an axe to get through this. And I just dropped the key down there. But I've also got to hit a switch over here for a fan to blow the key down. So we place the gun there. That blows the key down. There's the key. And we'll go up here. Get to our axe, see if I can get this bounce. I'm going to have a little bit of trouble with it, but that's okay. We'll wait for this bear. Kill the bear. And we're going to toss the key, and hopefully it hits the lock that we have to go to. Which saves a ton of time if it does, and it did hit the lock. So now we'll walk over here with the axe. And hop up here. Wait for this bear. And toss the axe into the floor, drops a, I don't even know what that is, a big ball that knocks out the floor there, opens up that next gate. And we're out of there. Alright, this level is where I'm going to get the shoes. So the shoes are one of two items, actually I get both items here, that give Puggsy health. If you haven't noticed, Puggsy has no health meter. So these sunglasses give Puggsy an extra hit, and the shoes give Puggsy an extra hit. The shoes, though, make you move 100% faster, and they're really important to the speedrun, obviously. Unfortunately, you lose your sneakers first if you get hit, so you gotta be real careful once you get them. Alright, get across this pit here. So yeah, this game is just all about the physics. Right here I'm going to utilize the super bounce again, but this one's a really cool super bounce because it's super high. Because of the properties of the balloon here that I have, it makes you go really high. So, and then we inflate it halfway up to get to this little secret area up here. And to deal with this one enemy. Grab the sneakers. Now I'm super swag. I can move super fast. On to the next level. This level is a mess, so there's a lot going on here. I gotta get some objects and a key downstairs here to open up a ball pit, to then use the balls to put on switches, basically. So try to use as few balls as I can here. Utilize these other items that I have. So if I get lucky, the remote will come over here, but it didn't come with me, so no big deal. The lock did open. So there we go. Grab this, and we got to put it on precise switches 1, 3, and 4. Used to actually have to use 4 objects up here, but we figured out a way to do it a little bit quicker. I'm going to drop this in here. And that should hit the switch, opening the door, and we're through. On to the next boss. You always miss the first cycle on this boss, and it's pretty straightforward. You're just dropping balls on his head. It's not too difficult once you figure it out. Most of the boss fights in this game are very simple once you get them down. But a blind playthrough, you'll struggle for a little bit trying to figure it out. So, catch up with chat a little bit, guys. Thanks so much for the support. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this game. The soundtrack is amazing. This is a really neat game. I highly suggest you check it out. If anybody's interested in learning the game, please let me know. I will be happy to help you. Alright. Oh my goodness. That big raccoon was actually 3 raccoons on a unicycle. Alright. And this is onto our one of 2 water stages. Water physics in this game are awful. It's like moving through syrup is the best way to explain it. So try to minimize the time we're in the water as much as we can, but unfortunately the exit's in the water down here. So I'm going to toss this shell and hit this fish here that's going to come up, kill him, and then I'm going to use the physics here to kind of bounce through the water with just an up and down motion on the controller. Just kind of does that. It's a little bit quicker than running there, and also it gets you past that second fish. Now I've got probably one of the hardest tricks in the game, the rubber duck here, and you'll see. It's hard to explain what's going to happen here. I'm going to toss this rubber duck, take this gun. Hopefully I'm going to bounce here out of the water. Oh, come on, game. Come on, game. Rubber Ducky does not want to cooperate with me tonight. So I got to go to backup strats here, which is to just force my way up here. And there we go. Unfortunately, that's what happens sometimes. It's hard to get a good rhythm on that, but it is what it is. There's always backup strats for everything. And yeah, I would reset if this was not a marathon run. Okay, so I gotta get that key right there. And most important thing, don't lose the shoes. So, and there we go, I lost the shoes, which is terrible. Luckily, I get them right here at the next level though. So I gotta change up my strats just a little bit for this level, but luckily I prepared for this. So we do get sneakers here. This is going to be the spot we come back to if we lose sneakers in the run. Grab this sneaker box here. This level has 2 exits. I'm going to take both, and I'll tell you why in a second here. Got the double kill, so that's real good. Now we can just get out of here. Then I'll be going right back into this level. Basically, the road forks here, and we have to go 2 separate ways for 2 separate bosses. You have to complete all the bosses before you fight the last boss. So I'm going to grab this treasure chest here and take to the roofs. And hopefully I can get that skip. There we go. That was real clean. Get up here. I'll wait for this cloud. Perfect. Drop the box, jump up here, and I'm just going to run for it. And that'll beat the cloud cycle. There's smoke clouds that'll spawn out of all of these chimneys. Take your shoes away. Rubber ducky was rude, but that's okay. Here we are. Another level with some cool physics. We have to light this match and burn a rope down below to get a weight to drop on a catapult and give us a key. And we can run up to it, or we can just kind of toss it down there, so hopefully I can get this first try. I think it's good. Nope, it's not good. It hit the flour bag. So I'll just annihilate everything down here. Do it this way. Take the key. And head on out of there. Alright. This stage is called the Kobe stage. You'll know why very quickly. Objective here is to get 7 of these coins into this chute, and we're gonna shoot some free throws here. Sometimes this level soft locks, so if it does, we just exit out and we have to redo it, unfortunately. There's no real purpose for why it does. If the coins kind of get lined up in there incorrectly because of the physics, it just locks. Good shape here. One more should do it. And the gate opens, perfect, and I throw a stool on the fire. The stool doesn't burn. And then I'm gonna toss this eyeball up here and hope for the best. And the flower mouse kicked it in the wrong direction. So this is a little bit of RNG. The only RNG in the game, really, I think. So we gotta wait for this eyeball to get pushed over to the other side of the thing here to hit the switch to let us out of here. And boy, it's just not working with us. Hopefully we got it. There we go. So basically the mouse jumps every 4 seconds on a cycle down there, and if you don't get it lined up right, you have no fun with the level. Here we're dropping flour bags onto these switches, so we got all these little switches underneath us here. We use the remote to see up here, and then once it drops, we're going to switch one of these switches down here, which will move the direction of the treadmills, conveyor belts, not treadmills, conveyor belts. And get these on here. There we go. There we go, and then the last one is with that switch and this switch here. This will take us out to our third boss. Alright, so we got to move these levers here, get this position to grab that flour bag. He throws his own weakness at you. Kind of hard to explain what all these levers do. They do things, and they help us catch the flour bag and drop it on the badger's head here. And there we go. Quick kill on that boss. 3 cycles. Perfect. All right, now we are going to go back the way we came and head to towards the 4th boss in the pyramids. So this is an interesting thing here. So this mummy up here, he moves in whatever direction you are. He jumps every 4 seconds, similar to the flower mouse. All we gotta do is we gotta get in through a little maze here. So once he jumps, we move, and then we move into a precise position here. Jumps, we turn him around, jump again, and then turn him around this way. And got that. And I'm moving Puggsy around underneath. That's what you can't see. Once we get him on this trajectory up here, we can pretty much drop the remote and just wait for the door to open. He'll continue to move in this direction because we're down here. So there we go. And the gate will open and we're out of there. Alright, this level is a little interesting. We gotta drop some balls down this little teleporter here to hit a switch, and we got the switch early, so we're gonna get the first cycle on this, which is awesome. Go up here, throw that ball, and this guy with the mug hits a switch here. That guy with the gun doesn't, which opens the door here. The guy with the gun opens up a trap door there, basically, and lets a mummy raccoon out that will try to kill you. So you gotta get that, and that's the fastest you can do it. Here we gotta get some shapes. Put the shapes onto this thing here. But, we gotta kill some creatures, unfortunately. Some snakes and scarabs. And we gotta use that to get up here. Grab the square. Take the square up. Oh, threw it too hard here. There we go. Yeah, those doors are supposed to be raccoons. They do kind of look like tails. They also have some statues later in the game that look like Puggsy. Here we're just stepping on switches here to shoot plungers at this boss. You gotta hit him in the nose. The hitbox is a little hard, but if I'm lucky here, I'll get 4 hits in a row, and I'll get another 2 and get the perfect cycle on this. Oh, I missed one, so I can still get the 2 cycle though. And there, whoops, I did not mean to undo that. So it's almost perfect there. You can get it one quick shot, one shot quicker there. Here we go to the forest. This is where we'll see Wiz and Liz grave if you pay attention. Right here, we just take this ball and we hope to get up this wall as fast as we can. It's not the intended method, but the intended method is a little complex. So we just mash against the wall here and hope that it flings us up there. We're up. We need this to go this way. Get across here with these squids. There's Wiz's grave and there's Liz's grave. Drop the ball on that pedestal and we open it. We got the Grim Reaper here. We're gonna drop rocks on his head basically with the slingshot. He runs really fast, so you gotta drop a bunch on him. That should be good. And now we'll just run away. Alright. Darkblade Forest, this is another one that has a kind of complex way that you're supposed to beat the level, but we're going to abuse the physics here to bounce up here with the ball, take an extra ball with us, and then we'll use the ball to jump over the fire here, instead of putting out the fire. That's what the game wants us to do. This is a pretty straightforward, just run left to right level. Nothing special going on here, just don't die. Don't lose sneakers. I can't die at this point unless something goes really bad, but I don't want to lose sneakers. Alright. And we're out of there. Alright, this next level, I found a pretty big skip on this level. So what we need to do is we need to go down to the bottom and get a key to open that lock to the right there. To get 3 TNTs to drop on these little lantern things, and then our minecart will push the last TNT through this cave down here. But we don't need 3 TNTs anymore. We can do this with 1 TNT. So we take this key, head back up here. Don't die to this little guy. Take our 1 TNT. And got another Kobe shot coming up here. We're gonna bank this off the thing over there. Shoot it underneath there, bam, blows up the cave door. I fall through. I'm out of there. This is a remote control pot level. Another instance where you control an object with one of the remotes. We have fans that we have to interact with this time. We just let the pot slide down this hill here, and then we come back to it. Just guide it through here. I'm making this look way more easy than it is. If you were a casual playthrough on this, you might struggle a little bit. Alright. Hit the switch, which opens our gates on the left and the right. You can use either one. They both go the same direction. Drop that down. Push that. Hop on the pot. And ride it across the fire. Take our raccoon door out of there. We're going to go to the left now to Fireheart. I've got another branching thing here. This is another level. Just kind of run through it. Just go fast and don't get hit by the snowmen. Pretty cool tech here. You can do a quick turnaround and keep your momentum and be right out of there. Fireheart 2 is a little bit more difficult. We got to get down into the heart of the volcano here to get to the next boss. So we gotta take out some more raccoons, unfortunately. 4 of them to be exact. Blow that up. And and go through here. And then 2 more raccoons. We got a fast one and a slow one. There's fast guy down. Uh-oh, I missed picking that back up. There we go. Got him. And then we're going to place 2 of these orbs. They stick to the wall here. And up we go to Halitosis Dragon, aka Twinkle Toes. You'll see why. Technically, it's possible to hit this boss twice every cycle. It's very difficult to do. I don't know if I'll get double hits or not. Uh-oh. I took a lot of damage there. So probably not going to be getting double hits. Nope, my timing's just off. So it can either be a 7-cycle fight or a 4-cycle fight. He just barely missed that. Shoots that glitter fire at you. There we go. I got 1 double hit. There we go. Double hit hype. And then we're going to do a dragon punch on the dragon and get it out of there. Alright. That's our last of our regular bosses. Now we just got to get to the last boss. This level here, we've got to shoot some ghosts with this zapper gun to drop some letters that stick onto the wall in specific spots. There's a flashlight that you use up at the top. If you're a casual playthrough on this, that would tell you where to take the letters. But obviously we're speedrunning, we don't need the flashlight. We just grab the MR and the C, stick them on the wall, get out of here. Alright, this is a big skip. This skip coming up saves about a minute. Usually you're supposed to put a potion, basically, make a potion in this witch's cauldron down here that gives you the ability to jump across this pit. But if I do this right, I can just go like this, bounce off of that, and I'm out of here. It saves like almost a minute over what the original strat was on this level. You blink and you miss it. I would say this is the hardest level in the game, because there's a hummingbird that we don't quite understand here. We got to grab this head to move through a windstorm up here. So, otherwise Puggsy just gets blown around. We need 3 TNTs. Seems to be a theme. Grab 3 TNTs. And let's see if we can get through here. Basically, we want this to come down, turn around, and want him to go all the way up, back up to the top of his cycle again. See if he does it. There he goes. And I can just sneak on by here. Whoops! I messed up. That was not what I wanted to do. I have to reset the level, unfortunately. I did not mean to throw that early. It wouldn't be a marathon if I didn't mess up on something, right? I didn't come here to set a world record. I came here to show you guys a neat game. Let's see if I can get lucky again and get past this hummingbird without losing my sneakers. Alternatively, you can kill this hummingbird, which I might have to do if he doesn't want to work with me here. Yep, I'm gonna have to do it, I think. He just does not want to cooperate right now. Come on. Alright, there we go. We can just do that. That's the hard way to do it. That's actually way more... Oh boy, and I lost my sneakers anyways. Awesome. Alright, well, I can get out of the level without the sneakers. I'll have to go back and grab some sneakers elsewhere. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright, we just tossed these TNTs down here. They blow up these rocks, so they can't get by. 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to toss this green gem, bounce off of it, and out of here. If you don't pick up the green gem, you go to a secret level that does not do you any good. I'm going to go back to this level here. I mentioned there was a secret exit here. And there's actually a set of sneakers that I can get from it, so hopefully I can get through here without sneakers. It's a real tight window, but I think I should be good. Perfect. We'll exit to the left here. Luckily there are backup sneakers. Let's grab the sneakers and exit the level and move on to the next level. Alright. Aztec Temple 2. Without the sneakers, this level is near impossible, but with the sneakers, it's very trivial. You just run, jump over these pits, pick up this little zip-liney thing, jump up here, and go right across. And you're out of there. Rock Forge 1. This is pretty much an auto-scroller. You have to do some stuff here, which I'll explain here in just a second. I just need to get these enemies taken care of real quick. Alright. So basically, there's a Roman numeral 6 down there. That's the hint to this level. You need a 6-sided object to get through that door. So we're going to alternate throwing it down these tubes. Starts off as a circle, and it's going to end up as a 6-sided object. So there's that enemy down. There's that enemy down. Got the heart now. So now we're going to alternate to the right side of the room. There's no way to speed this up whatsoever. The task utilizes a glitch that isn't humanly possible. Throw it up there. It's going to come out the right side here. We got a triangle now. And we'll go back to the left side. And now we got... I didn't forget the word hexagon. I just said a 6-sided item. I didn't want to spoil it. All right, square turns into a diamond here. Actually, it's much more than a hexagon. It's a big nut that we just take through there, and bam, we're out of that level. It's the only place you see that item in the entire game. Alright, this level is very tight, so I'm gonna kill some enemies here. And we gotta work with 2 items here to get a key across. We can't take a key across this bridge here, because if we do, the floor opens up and we soft lock essentially. So we take the balloon, we drop it there, go up here for the key. Drop the key on top of the balloon. Inflate the balloon. There's steam jets up there, so we can't float up with it. So we have to run up here now. We're gonna grab the key off of the balloon here. Open the lock, and we're out of there onto Raklantis docks. So this is another level that's made trivial by the use of the sneakers. Without the sneakers, a little difficult, but we grab this match. Wait for this guy to pass. Throw the match at the cannon. Grab the cannonball. Jump back across. And the cannonball helps us get past this fan right here. Let's wait for the raccoon. Do that. Out of there. This level. This is a level. So there's an object here I can't pick up. I have to move it around with barrels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a barrel there for safety. Go down here. And I'm going to just start hoping for the best. That's pretty much all I can do here. I gotta push this up the hill. If I get lucky here... Oh boy, I got real lucky. It's gonna bounce right onto the pedestal. Oh, wow. If I was on world record pace, it would never be that easy. And that's really the last level of the game. We're on to maze here, where we just gotta get out of the maze and get to the last boss. Maze, pretty confusing if you didn't know what you're doing. There we go. Exit here. And we are on the last boss. Which, this boss may look difficult if you're casually playing through it, but once you learn the trick to it, it's the easiest boss, one of the easiest bosses in the game. Just gonna avoid these spiky balls. Jeez, those spiky balls are coming back for us. And then we just stand right here to the right of the center of the stage. And kills himself. Yep. The boss's name is If Looks Could Kill, for obvious reasons. Alright. Again, dodge that. Alternating cycles here on falling balls and stomping you. So, pretty much stand in the center and then move to the left, and you're always safe no matter what. And that's it. That is Puggsy. So, hope you guys enjoyed that game. It's pretty neat. Again, I highly recommend it. Check it out. Give it a playthrough. And like I said, if you want to learn speedrun, let me know. Feel free to send me a PM on Discord or on Twitch, and I'll be happy to help you with it. It's a super duper hidden gem. It's not as easy as I made it look, though. It's pretty difficult. It can be pretty punishing. That run actually went fairly decently, so really happy with that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let the credits roll here, unless I get told otherwise. It's got a pretty neat demo scene credit reel here. Up next, we got Mellow Flows with Jurassic Park Rampage Edition, which is a pretty neat run. Alright, so I'm getting pulled in 45 seconds, perfect, so yeah. There's some little